What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the LEGO Star Wars Imperial Star Destroyer set 75394 with 1,555 pieces that retails for $160 US. So this is a pretty cool set, again celebrating the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars with a Star Destroyer, which I've never had in my collection, so I was super excited when they announced this because, like I said, it's my first time getting one. I remember back years ago in school, my friend got one for Christmas one year and I was so jealous of it because I wanted a big set like this and never really got any sets this big. So I've been wanting a Star Destroyer ever since then, and I think this is a pretty good model. It looks really nice on the outside, it looks relatively good to the Star Destroyers. I didn't think it was perfect, but then I went back and looked at older Star Destroyers and they all look relatively the same, minor changes. Just now we have more plating on the outside and little details all over, especially up towards the back. So I do think this is a good model. Just the interior switch out, they all have relatively the same things, just depends on what's on the inside. But it's cool with this set, we get 6 minifigures, so a lot of minifigures to put inside of the Star Destroyer, as well as our 25th anniversary exclusive Kestis minifigure, so really excited to have him. So it just looks cool on the box. We get the Death Star in the background and some other Star Destroyers there, which is cool. But if we flip around the back of the box, we'll be able to see the interior of the ship and some extra stuff going on in here. So we see some of the interior, we get the bridge, of course, that we see throughout the movies. Again, little images showing what's going on. You can take the roof off to get access to the inside, and we do have some gun mechanisms and everything. So just pretty cool interior that we'll go into. So overall, a pretty nice set that, like I said, I was excited about, and I feel it sort of paid off. So let's go and look at the set, starting with these minifigs. So here are the 6 minifigures from the set. So we'll start with Darth Vader, which looks nice, pretty similar to Darth Vader we've had multiple times before. So he has the all black body armor, so we get the black hood with the black eyes, black mouth design. The top hood does come off, of course, revealing the damaged face there of Anakin Skywalker. So we get the older face design with all the gray wrinkles and all sorts of stuff from his scars, and even continue with the ones there back around his head. And then we get the lower Darth Vader mouth plate stuff there, so that's cool. I always love that design with a fabric cape. So this is one of the more stiffer fabric capes. And then we get his body design that has all the nice printing on it and stuff. So we get the silver up around his neck, all the little contraptions and devices there on his chest and belt, and then the black line sort of printed on there all the way down to the legs and stuff. And we do get some arm printing on there as well, which is nice. And of course, he comes with his red lightsaber. Then for our Imperials, we get Commander Raji, which looks nice overall. He's in the movie, and he's just on the Star Destroyer that chases after the Tantive 4, so it would be that Star Destroyer that we are getting here. So it looks pretty nice overall. Has the Imperial design, so he has the Imperial hat on top, which looks nice all in black with the little logo up there. Just a pretty basic face, so nothing really specific about it, no back printing or anything, so just a standard face it looks like. And then he has the black Imperial outfit, so has the nice officer's uniform, little ranking badge there on his chest with the code canisters, belt around the waist with the silver design, all black legs, no printing on the arms or anything, a little bit of printing on the back. And then he just comes with the little pistol, and pretty similar to him, we have an Imperial Crew Member, so just a person working on the Star Destroyer, so looks pretty nice there. So he has the same hat design in the black, and then his face is relatively basic, but he does have the little microphone coming around, so on his ear coming around to his face there, so no printing on the back of that either. And then he has the all gray Imperial outfit, so again the more lower rank design, so no insignias or anything, but just an all gray jumpsuit with a black belt around his waist with some silver designs on the buckle, and printing continues there around the back of the shirt, so not bad, just a basic guy. Then we go to our Imperial Gunner. So we see a lot of these, especially in the Death Star, controlling the Death Star gun. But these are obviously on the Star Destroyer and just control the guns. So they have the weird helmet design. So we get the big Imperial logo on the top of that, little visor down in there, but then the little point that comes up and the hood that comes back. So it looks pretty weird there. But we get a face underneath. I think that's a female, yeah, because it looks like it has lipstick and a little bit of eyelashes. So we do get a female there, which looks nice. So nice that we get the variation, but it's covered up by the helmet, so you don't really notice. And then we get their Imperial outfit. So again, kind of like a jumpsuit sort of design, belt with silver buckles and all sorts of printing going on, pockets down on the legs as well, and printing there on the back, and then comes with the little pistol as well. Then we go to the Imperial Navy Trooper, which I always know them as the Death Star Troopers, but looks nice in their design. So they have the big weird helmets again, so the big weird design up top with the holes, so maybe it can sort of come down protecting the face. And then the big helmet design that comes out is very similar to Darth Vader's. And then he has the chin strap coming around on his face, and again, no real extra thing. He does have an angry face printing on the back, so it's first one with an additional printing on the back. Then he's got the all black outfit as well, pretty basic legs, no printing on him, but just has the chest design. I love how it's got almost that V shape to it, and this belt with silver buckles, and he has the bigger blaster gun with him. And finally, we have us just a basic Stormtrooper. So always got to have Stormtroopers when it comes to Imperials. So nice just Stormtrooper with the newer design. So the bigger helmet that sort of sits down pretty low there. And underneath we get a basic head, just a black female. Again, you can tell with the lipstick and eyelashes there. So again, pretty nice with the variation, but again, covered up so you don't notice. And then we get the Stormtrooper outfit. So just a basic all white outfit with little black designs, belt around the waist, printing down the legs, printing on the back of the chest as well. And comes with that bigger blaster as well. So that is the 6 Imperials we get with this set, and then we get our 25th anniversary figure of Cal Kestis, which looks nice, again from the Jedi Fallen Order game, and he looks nice overall. I love the game, so nice to finally get him in a minifigure, because I was afraid we would never get one, because they don't really make sets from it. We did get that buildable BD1 from years ago, which I do have, and I'll actually bring part of that in, so it's nice to get Cal to go along with it. So it looks nice with his orange hair, his face there, a little bit of wrinkles showing some age and like weakness stuff, and of course angry face there, probably some scarring as well, looks like a scar there, down on his cheek. Then we get his outfit again from the first game. So he has the brown leather on top of this blue outfit that's got some like quilting pattern there with like the cream color. Then he's got gray leg with some pockets on his thighs and everything, so that's pretty nice. And he comes with his blue lightsaber, and again comes with the nice 25 years of Lego Star Wars display base that we have all the others. Now what I said I'll bring in is from that buildable BD, we get the little BD minifigure or whatever little micro figure this thing is, so we can bring and put it on them. So we have BD along with Cal, which is really cool. So I'll probably have it displayed like that just because I have nothing else to do with this BD. So I was like, I'll put it with this Cal and sort of complete the design there. So that is pretty cool to get Cal along with our other 6 minifigures. And that leaves us with our Star Destroyer, which is really big here. A nice big design for it, big and heavy as well. Thankfully it comes with the handles so you can easily carry it. But we have the Star Destroyer, which are massive dagger shaped capital ships of the Galactic Empire. This one being again from A New Hope, from the characters we get and everything. It would be the Devastator, which like I said chases down the Tantive 4. So on the outside of the ship we have a lot of detail. So of course we get the big dagger shape, so as you see it like here coming towards you, I can't even get it to fully fit in the camera. So we get the point at the front, and then as it goes back we get the nice flat plating on top. Of course a lot of studs on here, but we do have some flat spots as well, so makes it pretty nice. But as we go along there's not really much of anything at the front to really look at. It's more as we go back to this bigger area, which looks pretty nice. It's nice build with like the small little pieces like greenwing and stuff, but it looks pretty nice, the big details, but of course we can remove that. But as we go through here, first things we have is our ion cannon. So we get the little green shots that come out of the side, and usually they're located up in the front here, so but since they're a little bit further back, like I said, I'm going to just consider that those are the ion cannons. So we get the green spring missiles. So to shoot these off, there's these little buttons on the side here, so if you push down on it, it will shoot those out. So there we get our ion cannons shooting out with the nice green. Of course the green coming from the Star Destroyers is like pretty nice. I don't want to say iconic stuff, don't know if it's like that in the movie, just to me that's the color it should be. So we get that in the center. Again, all just sort of stuff going on here. I'm not really sure what's going on interior of the Star Destroyer except for in small little places. But then next to that we do have our turbo laser turrets. So we get these 4 turrets on the side, and they look pretty nice, just look like general turrets, nothing real amazing about them. But we do get a little pole piece here on the back that we can push back and forth, and it'll turn the guns side to side. And of course we do have these on each side, so we have the guns over here as well, so you can pull on each side of those and sort of make it go along, so if a ship's flying by they can move along with it. And of course these would be controlled by our Imperial Gunner, so that's what they would be controlling. So that's pretty nice. And then from there we do go up to our bridge, so we do get the bridge up top. So this big design up here is the bridge. So this is the windows that we always see like Darth Vader looking out of and everything, so that's what that's a part of. And up on here we do have a communications tower, so we have this piece in the center is the communications tower, as well as our shield generator domes on each side. So these little domes are what generate the shield for the whole ship, and that's really all we have on the outside of the ship, at least on the front side here that we can see. Now we should have of course little like air like landing bay areas, which would be underneath, which they didn't incorporate in here, so no like open areas for that. There are these little designs on the side which I have no clue what they're intended for. So we have the like hook piece there that you could clip something on, as well as the hook piece here that you could clip stuff on. It'd be cool, to clip on little ships, so get like a little Tantive 4 or something and clip on there like it's chasing down or something. And we have those on each side, but they aren't used for anything, but they are there. And we do also have our handle piece, which of course I'll show you more. So you just flip those up, and I did go ahead and add a piece in here, like the small 3-stud little plate I did attach in there, just because I wasn't feeling the best with this extra little flat piece here. Like every time I go to open, a lot of times I'd catch that and they would just pop right off. So I went ahead and just put an extra plate there for each one. But the only thing it causes issues that as you close it, it doesn't allow the door to like fully shut because they're conflicting with each other, so they sort of hit each other. So the door doesn't fully shut, which doesn't bother me any. I'd rather have the stability of the extra piece in there than have it, fully shut. But just wanted to notate that since I did add that extra little piece in there. But down inside we do have the handle that we can then grab onto and pull up, and it gives us a handle to be able to pick up the ship, which it is really heavy. So like I said, I'm glad that they added, and just adds for stability so you're not holding it from the bottom, possibly breaking the like little door flaps that open. So that's nice that they included that. But as we go around to the back of the ship, we do have the waste dump, which is a fun little storage area. But back here is where the waste dumps out, which we see in Empire Strikes Back when the Millennium Falcon is attached onto the Star Destroyer and they dump the trash out, and that's when the Millennium Falcon goes flying out to be able to escape the Empire. But we get this little door that opens up flap wise, but we do get extra storage here for missiles, so extra missiles, and we can pop the missiles out so I don't end up losing them and just store them back in there. So we just get a little space back in here that we can store stuff, which is pretty nice. So we have that, and that leads us to our ion engines on the back. So one thing I don't like about this, especially compared to past Star Destroyers, like I said, I went back and looked at old pictures to see how this compares. So we get the 3 big engines on the back that have the blue designs, so just these blue like Technic pieces attached on here to make that. But these other little engines are supposed to have them as well, but they didn't come with this one. So I'm hoping I can find some blue pieces to attach on here and figure out how I should attach them in to get them attached on there, just to add the blue to them as well, since all those are supposed to be engines. So like I said, that's going to be something I'm going to look for on my own and probably modify as time goes on. So that's really it for the exterior of the ship. Like I said, it's not really anything all that exciting, just a big gray ship. Like I said, nice big design, looks similar to how it does. So they did a good job with that. So we get the nice, like I said, arrowhead or dagger design there with the nice point. Of course, everything's like reflected on each side, so you can split it right down the middle and you'll have mirror images on each side. So that all looks nice. But then we can go to the interior. So all we have to do is remove this big section, which is a big heavy piece. So this is what adds a lot of weight. So you just pick this up and pull it off and it just moves out of the way. Now putting it back on to get it all set back in perfect place does take a little bit of effort, but it's not that difficult or anything. So there we have our handle. So again, we still have the handle so you can pick up the ship, and we can then open to see the interior of the ship. So we just pull these doors open so they sort of lay down there and fold all the way out. That gives us the interior of our Star Destroyer. So we have the bridge up here. So again, from the picture, this can be like where you sit Darth Vader. So he's looking out the windows that we see up on the top of the bridge there, and then has the little drop down areas that we always see people sitting in. So like down in the bottom, we do have little like control panels. So we have those that we can sit a character at. So let's just say we'll take like this guy in the gray and we can sit him down here. And there is like the little toolbox design so it can look like a chair. So you can sit at least 2 people there. And that's where it starts to give me issues that I don't like as much, is just how much like open interior here. Now I know they did try to fill this in, especially the walls, to add some like the panels we see and the sides of the ships and stuff. So they did try to fill out some with some designs on the wall, but it just seems like too much open area. Of course, we can see the gaps down through there, so you can see, the table down below and stuff. So I just wish it was more filled in. I don't know how you do that. Probably have to take pieces and fill it in on the sides, like attach it onto the sides just to sort of fill it in, make it look all nicer. That's just one thing that I wish was better about this. But of course, with the price point, everything else, they're trying to go with as few pieces as possible, so it makes sense. But again, with this, we have designs on each side. So have 2 like computer monitors designs on the back walls as well. So we could put multiple guys, but we only really have this one guy that can really fit in there, and a little control panel at the back. So that's supposed to be our little bridge area. Then we go back, that's supposed to be other little designs of the ship. Now I don't know what's supposed to be. I did see on the Lego site they have different things labeled. So of course we have the bridge, which makes sense. Then we have a command room, break room, and armory. So again, not sure what's going on. I assume this could be the command room, because I feel this blue thing could be, like a hologram table showing like a Star Destroyer and then some like rebel ship or something, and just be part of that design. But also something was labeled as being a holocron, but I could not find a holocron anywhere in this thing. Like I said, it's labeled on Lego's website, but I don't really know what it is, except for over here we do have a thing. So we do get a syringe, so not sure if this is supposed to be like a little torch area, another little control panel there, and then we get the little thing with the door that opens up, whatever these are. And there is a little container inside here, which of course with the ship it's hard to get out, but we do get this little little canister, so I don't know if this is supposed to be the holocron or whatever. To me, it just looks like a drink, especially with the piece on top. It looks like it's supposed to be a drink, and that's supposed to be like a refrigerator or something. Again, not exactly sure what's going on, but that was stored inside there. But again, I don't know what Lego was talking about because they didn't show any pictures. It just says a storage container with a holocron, and that's the closest thing I can find, unless they have something mislabeled, and it could be something else. But we have that little area. I'm trying to get spun around here so you can see the other sides as well. So again, we just have another panel piece there on the side. Again, just supposed to be looking like the inside of the Star Destroyer. And we do also have a little mouse droid down here, a little tiny thing they didn't really do a whole lot for, but just a little mouse droid designed to be rolling around the ship. So we have that there. Then, like I kind of already point out, we do have this table here. Like I said, I think it's supposed to be like a hologram table, showing, it's supposed to be like the battle with our Star Destroyer with the blue design, and the red's supposed to be the rebels. So one of their ships, and again, it's supposed to be a little bow going on. And from there, we do have some control panels in the back, as well as like the hologram walls, so we can see all sorts of stuff. So there's like TIE fighters pictured on this sticker, and on the opposite side, we do have the Star Destroyer. There, maybe if I zoom in, you can see it better. So there you can see the Star Destroyer on the one, so kind of like a little blueprint design, and then the TIE fighters on the other side there with the control panels on each side. Then we get some storage containers. So again, I thought maybe these were supposed to contain the holocrons, but no, this one just contains binoculars. So we get a pair of binoculars if we want to give that to any of our characters. So that just stores back there. And then we get another small container, which this one has the Imperial logo designed on it, and it just has some thermal detonators. So again, I thought it was maybe going to be in there once I read about it, but those just have, standard accessories. Then we can go over here. I feel this may be labeled as the break room because we do have a cup sitting on a table, another little control panel piece. We do have a chair here for a character to sit, and again, we do have the wall piece there. So again, trying to just sort of make these walls look more realistic than what they do with this design. And then here we have what I assume to be the armory, since we do have two guns attached on there. So if anybody needs a gun, they can grab from there. So that's really it for the interior of our ship. Like I said, there's not a whole lot going on. I wish there was a little more details and more designation of stuff. I've seen some ships have better designed interiors than others. It just depends. Some areas look good, some areas look worse. So it just depends on what it is. I don't think this one's bad. I just feel like it could come in with some extra Lego pieces, sort of fill out there, make it look more realistic and nicer. Of course, for Lego to do that themselves, it would increase the price even more, adding in all the extra pieces. But it's something like I could do secondarily, just get the pieces and sort of build out the walls, just make it look more like it should from the movies. But overall, I still think it looks just fine. So we can take all our characters, spread them out throughout the ship wherever you think they should go with that. Of course, you have to have it open. But for me, I want this more as a display piece than a play set, so I will have it closed up. And of course, to do that, you just fold these pieces back up, sort of like get it closed in as much as possible. It doesn't really sit the best, and sometimes it'll fall down like this, like if you don't get it set right. So that's one thing I wish this would set and close a little bit better. But you get that there, and then you of course have to take this piece and get it slid back on. So it's always easier to go in an angle, like a downward angle like this, and try and get it placed, and then just sort of push it back and sort of rock it back and forth until you get it put into place. And sometimes it won't sit perfectly, but it looks like I did get it there. So we have that, and again, you can open the little flaps to get the handle still out to be able to pick it up and move it. So pretty nice for that overall. Of course, I'd like to have like a display base to put this on, to like have it up in the air, because I think that would be cool. It does have a flat base on the bottom, so it does give you that flat area to be able to put it on a stand if you want. So you could put it on a stand about in this area to keep it up in the air, which would be pretty nice as well. So that is it for the Star Destroyer. Overall, I'd say I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, especially exteriorly, it looks, like a Star Destroyer. It looks exactly like it should, so no issues with that there. Just interior, I wish could be improved, but that's more of the playset features. I'm surprised it even has as much details as it does inside, but it still works out good. And as I mentioned, pretty comparable to what's been used in past Star Destroyers, so nothing really major to complain about. I just personally myself always like more details and realistic looks, so that would be something I would want in there. But overall, a pretty nice ship design, and I'm pretty happy with my very first Star Destroyer. I, like I said, really like the design. The minifigure selection's good, get a lot of nice range of characters and stuff to fill out the interior. And of course, we get that 25th anniversary Cal Kestis, which makes it worth even more for me. So very nice ship design and build, and just really good set overall. So let me know what you thought of it though down in the comments. And if you enjoyed my review, let me know what that like. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see more. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.